really have any connections. Like I said, I moved here just about almost 2 years ago. I've had an opportunity to meet some really good people, but you know, I don't know anybody that I can say, yeah, this is my go-to person. I know that Robert Kimball's been pretty helpful with helping me try to accomplish some of the things that I would like to accomplish.
What were you doing to be involved before?
Before I moved to Iowa, I was involved. I helped, or just one example of getting involved in the community, I helped develop a juvenile drug court program that at the time that I left Oklahoma, it was recognized as the top program in the state of Oklahoma for juveniles. I did a lot of community service outreach groups where we took kids out. I did some community service and then had an opportunity to do some fun stuff afterwards. Those are a couple examples of the stuff I got involved in previously.
How did your family feel about you getting involved?
Well, my wife, who I love to death, I think I'll say that, she wasn't that thrilled about the involvement that I do, just because it's time consuming. I mean, it takes up a lot of your time, which means your family makes sacrifices because you don't get to spend as much time with them as you would like to. And so the more stuff I get involved in, she understands, she thinks it's a great idea, but sometimes she's not thrilled about it.
What leadership experiences did you have in college?
Well, I was the president of my fraternity's chapter at Loras College. I was also in charge, or I won't say in charge, but I was the lead on like the community service work groups. That's about the extent of my leadership in college.
What are some of your biggest accomplishments?
Some of my biggest accomplishments. As I previously mentioned, I think the juvenile drug court program that I helped start from the ground up is a pretty big accomplishment. It's still running today since I left. I am pretty proud of getting an opportunity to start the Dare to Be King program. I think that it's a great program. So those are probably two of my favorites.
What was your happiest and saddest memory?
One of the happiest memories that I've had is when I completed my master's degree. I had a chance to walk across the stage. A lot of hard work went into that. Again, my family made sacrifices with my studies, so that was a great moment. My grandmother got to see that, so I was pretty happy about that. Probably the saddest moment that I've had is when I was 15, my mom passed away, so that kind of left me, for the lack of a better word, I'll say homeless, because my mom and dad had divorced when I was really young, so not really knowing what direction I was going to go into next, just kind of being lost and confused. That was probably the saddest moment that I can remember.
If you could change your experience in the community, what would it be?
I don't think I would change any of my experiences in the community, because I firmly believe that everything happens for a reason. You get an opportunity to learn from that, regardless if it's a good experience or a bad experience. They help make you who you are, so I would not change any of my experiences.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, my plans for the future is to settle in the Dubuque community, work hard. Obviously, I shoot for advancements in my work, but I really want to make a big impact on making the life of juveniles in the community of Dubuque better. So that's my plans for the future.
In 20 years, what is one thing you want people to remember about you?
I would want people to remember that everything I did, whether they viewed it as good or bad, everything I did was to make things better for others. I think that I've always liked giving back to the community, regardless of which community I was in. And in 20 years, I just hope that people say that he did good work and a job well done.
What advice would you give African Americans in this community?
The advice I would give African Americans in this community would be that we are all responsible for things that go on in the community. I think that we should all step up to the plate. If we could come together on issues that affect us, I think we could get a lot done. So I would say that some things worth doing. It's not going to be easy, but if we come together and work on those, we can accomplish that.
Thank you.
Thank you.